Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Jenna Wheeler, and I am the team lead in our customer care department here at Chubb Insurance. I appreciate you all taking the time to be here this afternoon to learn about some of the issues that we have recently discovered over the last quarter here at Chubb going into the new year. Today, we're going to be discussing some of the current issues at hand, what we as management here in the operations department have seen fit to rectify these issues, as well as what the next couple of months are going to look like as we begin to implement some of these changes. So today, one of the main issues that we in operations focus on and really are trying to put a lot of emphasis on going into this next quarter and going into this new year is consistency. We deal with people all day long, from clients to agents to mortgage companies, banks, you name it. Us in operations, we are the ones that are on the front lines communicating with these people every single day. What we have found in our quality assurance surveys that were issued out over the last couple of months, we have had a select pool of clients who we have been gauging their results, clients in the past that we have seen have had some issues, potentially some escalations in multiple sectors of our operations department here at Chubb. What we have found is that the consistency of our calls is lacking. We have set high expectations for you guys across the operations department, and Chubb, as you know, offers a white glove service. That is what our clients are used to. They're paying a lot of money to have these services, and we should be meeting their expectations, and not only meeting, but exceeding. So today, what our focus is going to be about is consistency. Now, what we have seen in terms of a lack in consistency includes our main points of documenting calls, calls not always being offered, or clients not always being offered, a warm transfer, meaning an introduction to whomever you're bringing them on with, making sure that wherever you're sending them, whether it be internal or external, that party has their appropriate information so they don't have to go through the trouble. That white glove service is something that we are striving for, and we are going to be pushing hard in this next year and the years to come. On top of call documentation being subpar at times and those warm transfers, we also have been issuing, as I mentioned before, the quality assurance surveys both online and after calls. And as you know, you get a monthly summary of 4 to 5 calls that have been monitored by some of your department heads and seniors. So you've been able to see your results individually as far as what hold times you've had, what call times you've had, how many average calls you have handled. But in terms of the survey results, we are now going to be making that available to you to hopefully improve some of your customer survey scores. Now, clients, other agents at different firms that we deal with, other mortgage brokers, they all have the opportunity to leave us feedback. As seniors, we have been reviewing, listening to, and taking into account your scores. Now, going forward, we are going to be making those available to you on a rating scale from 1 to 5. We are going to be changing over our phone systems so that callers have the opportunity to rank you as well as leave verbal feedback. In the past, they were only leaving the verbal feedback, which is why your seniors were the only ones who were able to listen to that. So going forward, again, just starting with addressing the issue of these quality assurance surveys, one of the solutions we're proposing going forward, not only providing more information to you as representatives, as agents at Chubb, we are going to make sure the feedback from your caller is available to you. The score 1 through 5, which is what is going to be brought up in your performance reviews going forward. So you'll actually see from month to month that segment is included on your monthly evaluation. Additionally, we are going to be implementing a new and exciting way of monitoring your calls. We are going to have certain seniors on each shift, each day that we are there, doing real-time call monitoring. Now, this is going to be something to keep you on your toes, but it is something that we hope that can be implemented to really refocus on the issue of providing white glove quality, consistent service. So these real-time call evaluations, your seniors can listen in real time to your calls and to let you know minute-to-minute feedback post that call. So if there's an issue that you're working on, or perhaps they can offer a solution, or say you accidentally give some incorrect information, which we hope you're not doing, but mistakes do unfortunately happen. That senior is ready right there and able to rectify the situation and give you advice on how to approach a callback, or if an escalation is needed, they can also assist with making sure that that gets taken care of. And so we better serve the clients across the board, whether they be our primary insureds, again, other agents at different brokers, or mortgagees. So this real-time call monitoring is going to start to be implemented March 1st. So your February performance reviews will not include this sector, but your March ones will, and everything going forward will be comprising not only the monthlies, but quarterlies, and it'll be a part of your yearly review as far as how your feedback is from your real-time surveys, as well as the surveys that are randomly being, or not the surveys, my apologies, the calls that we are selecting to monitor. As you know, currently you're receiving 4 to 5 calls randomly selected that are reviewed and then scored on a quality survey performance sheet by your seniors that you go over in your monthly meetings. These real-time calls will now be factored into that. So in addition to the 4 or 5 calls, we will be doing at least 2 to start, 2 hopefully increasing to 3 as we bring on some new management here. Real-time calls a month. So be prepared for that. You could get a Skype post one of your calls with some feedback. So be prepared for that and expect that starting March 1st. And that is department-wide, not only in agency support where we all reside, since this is just our regular department meeting here, but this is going to go forward with all of operations here at Chubb. So everyone is going to be expected to meet the same standard of quality and consistent quality at that. So going forward, the last issue that I want to address is the documentation. This is imperative when it comes to providing amazing service to our clients. Now, as you know, in our billing system, there is a section at the end where you have been instructed to document your notes. This includes who were you talking to? What was the conversation about? What did you assist them with? Did they go anywhere after there? Did you warm transfer them to someone? What was the outcome? This documentation allows departments across the board, especially in our agency support department, to monitor what has been done, how the call was handled in case there's an issue, and say the caller calls back 3 days later, that whoever reads those notes before they get into the call with the insured, maybe while they're verifying them, knows what happened. It is imperative, I cannot stress enough, to keep your fellow colleagues in the loop. We want to make sure that we are not seemingly running around in circles and sending the insured in a million different directions with different information. While we may have the same protocol with how we verify, or in terms of the number side of things, what information we can provide them with, we need to be consistent, and we cannot be backtracking and wasting our valuable time with asking all these different questions that the insured shouldn't have to answer. We should have the answers right here. When you're processing an endorsement, you should know what endorsement you processed, how it affected the premium, what day is it going to be effective. That way, the agent who comes on the line when they take the call doesn't have to ask the insured, well, what did you do already? Or who did you speak with? We have a name of who they spoke with in case we need to refer back to them to get some more details so we don't bother the insured. Also, we need to have that call documented, so in case there's an issue with processing or a little bit of lag time, we can appropriately direct the insured and give them what realistic expectations there are for the process going forward, whether that be processing an endorsement, whether that be dealing with a billing issue, whether that be refinancing and having to deal with a mortgagee, where in the process of that we are, etc. You know, we all deal with these calls every single day, and this piece of documentation, especially documenting your name, will help. We are all about promoting teamwork. We are all about promoting quality and consistency again. So these solutions here, we anticipate on improving client satisfaction over the next year. We're hoping our scores go up, and now that you'll see your scores, we're hoping that you get a better sense of where you're at and being able to benchmark yourself in terms of where am I at and how can I improve. We are also hoping to really reiterate our policies and procedures to you guys. So we're going to be sending out paper copies after this. They'll be distributed by your direct manager to your desks, as well as emailed copies of our policies and procedures. So this will include systems, this will include general workflows as far as verification, what points, questions you need to be asking, as well as how to document appropriately and what that call documentation should look like based on some similar, we threw in some examples of scenarios you guys are dealing with every day, but we just want to make sure that we have the correct material available to you so you have appropriate references. So we are going to be reiterating quality and consistency, that white glove service that our clients deserve and expect from us here at Chubb. So going forward, focus on your documentation. Make sure that you're getting your name on something. This is going to help all of you in the future. We will know what we've already done. Make sure that you are providing that client here. Make sure you are providing them with the correct information. If you don't know, put them on hold and ask. That real-time call monitoring is going to offer you a solution to hopefully rectify a problem should it come up. Your management team is always available, as you all know, and you all have my direct contact, which is on the email that's going to be sent to you with the policy and procedures, jenna.wheeler@chubb.com. So if you do have any additional questions after this or in the future, once you get the documentation, if you need something clarified, either reach out to one of your direct seniors or reach out to myself. I'll be happy, to respond, and should respond within about 24 to 48 hours, depending on how many emails I have to get to. So give it a day or two if you don't hear from me, but I'll do my best to get back to you guys. We also want to make sure that our employees have the resources necessary to service our clients. So we are going to be reiterating department-wide as well as individual meetings and workshops that you guys are going to be able to do online, just to again reiterate and push our goal of quality and consistency in this next year. All right, so all of you will have that paperwork on your desks by the end of the day today, and the email sent out just after this. I really appreciate you guys coming out and taking the time to listen to some of our issues that we've been facing and hopefully get a better idea of what solutions we're proposing going forward. I thank you all again, and I'm in A201 for the rest of the afternoon in case you need to drop by with any questions. All right, thank you guys for coming tonight. Take care.